from Victorville, California, in the heart of the high desert. It's Live at the Compound, hosted by Justified. Today's guest, Street Positive founder Terry Boykins, recording artist Cali Barnes. Please welcome Justified.
What's up, everyone? I want to welcome you out to our very first episode of Live at the Compound. I can't tell you how excited we all are about this. You guys excited? Yeah! That's what's up. Thank you for joining us on this voyage, and we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Hey, DJ Superlow, hit him with
This episode of Live at the Compound is brought to you by JM Music. Follow Justified at justifiedmusic.net. Follow the Wings.
What's up? It's your boy Justified, and I'm back with some new heat. My new single Definition featuring Dub C drop on iTunes and everywhere digital downloads are sold. Bringing back that classic West Coast sound. Album also features E40, Sugar Free, Compton AV, West Coast Cam, Big to the Boy, Blue Flame Mega, West Coast Sizzle and more. Follow the Wings and check out the music videos on justifiedmusic.net.
Right now.
Hairandboutiques.com 100% healthy human hair. Hairandboutiques.com all the hottest new fashion. Check out our retail stores in the 130 South Mountain Avenue, Upland, California. Hairandboutiques.com Shop online at A-N-D at hairandboutiques.com. Yes.
I want to welcome you back to the show. Our first show, we've dedicated it to fathers in hip-hop. Right now, we're going to go to our street team host and compound correspondent, Kashmir Hervé.
Hey, Jess. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
What do you have for us today, Cash? I know you've been out there gathering some info.
Yeah, well, you know what, Jess? The street team and I have hit the streets to talk to people about fatherhood, and we wanted to see just exactly what they had to say. Let's check it out.
Hey, Compound, it's Kashmir Hervé. I'm out here at Marconi Park in Adelanto, California with Coach Ramsey of the Hurricanes. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. So when you hear the term fatherhood, what does that mean to you?
Fatherhood to me is life. It's being able to use the blessings that God has bestowed upon me to raise my sons to be honorable men, to grow up and be respectable and contribute to their communities.
So what does the term fatherhood mean to you?
Pretty much, it's like they said, it's not the one who makes it, it's the one who raises them. And pretty much being there.
Basically, what we represent here is a fatherhood because there's a difference between a father and a daddy. A daddy is just a sperm donor. A father is a person get out here, they teach, they mentor, they break themselves. They really make sure that kid, they put that life enjoyment, ethics, and morals in them. That's fatherhood, and that's what we bring right here.
Well, I grew up in a single-parent home. My mother and my father got divorced when I was at a young age.
No father figure. No father figure. I can't tell you who my daddy was.
I had a working father at all times. He worked so hard, and the times that I didn't want him to spend with me, I only get like an hour a week.
My mom was always strong there, and then I had my older brother and a lot of my partners in my neighborhood. So they helped me become the man that I am today.
Once I started having my own kids, I said I'll do everything that I didn't get done for me.
Now I'm here after work, even driving 2.5 hours from work to be here with them, and I get a chance to, probably be a positive influence for some of these little kids that don't have that fatherhood here.
Wow, that's awesome. Turn out to be a positive thing, and we see what you're doing here, and we just hope you the best with your football team.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We had a great time hearing stories from the people, and we look forward to our next street assignment. Have a good one, Jess.
Thank you, Cash. Hey, we're going to return to Live at the Compound right after these messages. DJ Superlow.
Woke up in the morning, had to check myself. I'm breathing, walking, talking, no, I didn't rest myself. So I can't come first, hit the streets and get my issue. These niggas love you in your face and turn around and diss you. You die, they lie and say they miss you, but that shit ain't true. Them niggas want. You don't rep the West like me. You don't get respect like me.
Definition of a G.
Compton, and I do it for easy. And I do it so easy. Call me out from Compton.
I'm pipered up, deep in the gap. I'm pipered up, deep in the gap.
Real nigga. Sit down. Show me your resume, cause we can get out. Make money every day. Out of town, I can send her on her way, and she gon' come back with that money right away. Sit down. Show me your resume, cause nickels make a dime, but I only need one to hold me down while I climb. It's your boy Justified. My brand new single, What's Up? Out now on iTunes and wherever digital downloads are sold. Follow the wings to justifiedmusic.net and download it now. Now to keep the real with you, do you feel me or not? What's up? Maybe we can be friends, and if you're with it, I can swoop in the bins. So what's up? I'll admit, I got a lot of friends. All of them is tens, 2 of them is twins.
Can't take it right to the bank. I don't care if you like what I say. It ain't no way I'ma lie to your face. Bid 1,000. I keep bid 1,000. Sit back by the money counting. You know I keep bid 1,000. Ain't no way around it. You got beef, then we got the place around it. You know I keep bid 1,000.
DJ Superlow playing that hot music. We back. It's live at the compound, and I'm here with my first guest. He's the founder of Street Positive, also the organizer of the Million Father March, and heavily involved in fatherhood campaigns all over the country. Welcome to the show, Mr. Terry Boykins.
How you doing? What's
going on with you, boss man?
Good.
We back at it, man. What's been going on with you? I know you're out here all over the country pushing this fatherhood. Tell me what's good with you.
Well, we've been doing a lot of campaigns talking about fathers, how we can put more resources, more tools, more knowledge, more know-how, so that they can get these babies up out of the house and contributing to society.
That's right. There's one thing that we talk about, off camera, and it always makes me laugh when you say it, but you told me that to make sure my daughters are pimp-proof.
That's right.
Let's talk about pimp-proofing our
Pimp-proofing.
daughters.
We got to pimp-proof. Daughters' lives matter. This is about pimp-proofing your daughter. One thing about being a father, but can you get her ready to deal with another man? And so she got to be pimp-proofed. She got to be ready to know about who you are and where you are in her life.
Right.
Because when he bring that game, and if your game's not tight with her, he gonna get something.
Man, oh man, oh man. So we know we talk a lot about the sex trafficking that's going on, and I'm assuming that's a part of the pimp proofing, is having the information. So kind of just speak on that briefly. What's going on with that?
Well, sex trafficking is a real game. You got people looking for opportunities, and they call pimps daddies for a reason, because if they can fill that need, that void. And so that situation, you're looking roughly around $13, $14 billion a year that they bring into that business. And she's out there, and she's looking for a daddy.
So basically, if you don't be a daddy to your daughter, somebody else will.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's
Absolutely.
crazy. Okay, we got a lot of other campaigns that you do. I know you're heavily involved in a campaign that's going all across the country. Daughters' Lives Matter. Tell me about that.
Daughters' Lives Matter. We're ready for 2018. We've got things set up in Atlanta, Memphis, Alabama, Cincinnati, the Bay Area. Main focus there is just bringing fathers together with their daughters, spending some quality time, creating memories,
right,
making sure that they are connecting with other fathers. Because when they see other fathers out there, they don't think that they just by themselves.
Right.
So if a father sees another father taking care of the business with his daughter,
right,
he's going to be real straight with her.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing.
Most definitely. We'll be coming up into a break in a couple minutes. Okay. So before we do, I want to also touch on your Million Father March. You're the organizer of that, and you've been doing it for quite some time. Tell us how the Million Father March got started.
Million Father March, shout out to Philip Jackson, Black Star Project, Chicago, Illinois. Got with 10, 11 other individuals, 2004. Wanted to make sure fathers had a presence on the first day of school.
Right.
So when you see fathers coming on the school campus the first day, send a message to the educators, send a message to the bullies, send a message to their kids.
Right.
But we want you here for a reason.
Daddy's around.
Daddy's around.
That's most definitely. So we know you got a whole lot going on, and we're going to be able to talk about more of that as the show progresses. But real quick, just shout out your website real quick at the top of the show, where they can find out more information on you.
Well, you get us at 2 of them. Matter of fact, www.daughterslivesmatter.com, and then, of course, the original, www.streetpositive.com.
Oh boy. Well, we're going to get a little deeper on this subject called fatherhood. Right now, we're going to take it to a quick break. DJ Superlo gonna hit y'all with some music, and we'll be right back with Mr. Terry Boykins.
Stay on the paper route. Stay on the paper route.
Where you from? I'm from the gang. Where the dolphins clean out their crack pipe with a piece of reading glasses frying. It's just a sign. Like where you from, I try to tell you. Felonies resisting arrest position.
Hairandboutiques.com. 100% healthy human hair. Hairandboutiques.com. All the hottest new fashion. Check out our retail stores in the 130 South Mountain Avenue, Upland, California. Hairandboutiques.com. Shop online now. AND at hairandboutiques.com. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a G. What's up? It's your boy Justified, and I'm back with some new heat. My new single Definition featuring Dub C drop on iTunes and everywhere digital downloads are sold. Bringing back that classic West Coast sound. Album also features E40, Sugar Free, Compton AV, West Coast Cam, Big to the Boy, Blue Flame Mega, West Coast Sizzle and more. Follow the wings and check out the music videos on justifiedmusic.net. Right now. Stay on the paper route. Paper route.
Boy, DJ Superlo, keep that good music going. But we're back. We're here live at the compound, and I'm still sitting down with Terry Boykins. Appreciate you being here. Like I told you from the gate, I know you could be a million other places, but you decided to stop by the compound and chop it up with me.
That's right.
So I want to backtrack into before the break when we were talking about the Daughter's Life Matters.
Right.
And there are three very essential components that go with that, and I'd like you to break that down.
Yeah, those three components with Daughters' Lives Matter is education attainment, victimization prevention, poverty avoidance.
Okay.
What we're telling fathers, make sure your daughter's educated. Make sure she's safe, with or without you.
Correct.
And then make sure she's got the economic and financial means. If she needs to get away from the situation, she ain't held out and got to stay in the situation because she ain't got no money in her bank account.
Right. That's big right there. You don't want to get trapped.
Don't want to get trapped.
You want to find a soulmate, not a roommate.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's up. But now I know with the Million Father March, that dealt with the kids going back to school and having a father's presence. Now, you shared some stats with me over the years that we've known each other. Let's talk about the difference between a father in the home and a father out of the home.
Well, and let's not just talk about a father out of the home, because you can have a father out of the home that's involved with his child.
True.
And so when you got father absence completely,
right.
You know, look, about 24 million kids that do not have fathers involved with their lives at all. And so we're saying if it didn't work out, if you're not with your child's mother, stay involved with your child's life.
True.
Okay, you may not be under the roof, but you engage with that child.
You still got your hands on your child.
You got your hands on your child.
Okay.
And we encourage mothers, let him do him. Let him do what he got to do as a father. Don't be tripping with him as your significant other, your intimate partner, your former, whatever. Let him be that daddy to that child.
Right. Because at the end of the day, that's really who cares the most, if they even care at all.
That's correct.
As a father.
As a father.
Okay. So, there's so much that goes on with you. It's always hard. You know, we don't have enough time in the show to cover everything that we need to cover. But you're doing the Daughters' Lives Matter. You got the Million Father March, and you're also the Pimp Proof, and you're doing a whole lot of other things. Just give me a rundown of some of the most impactful movements that you have going right now with Street Positive.
Well, there's two. Matter of fact, you know, shout out to Community Action Partnership, San Bernardino County, Patricia Nichols, the whole issue of poverty.
Right.
You know, we bring that up to different cities, brought it up to Victorville without a question. IVAT, Institute of Violence, Abuse, and Trauma. Getting the situation, particularly with fathers, of how we deal with their anger, how they deal with their own hurt, their own abuse.
Right.
Because, you know, you can't deal with fatherhood until you deal with a man who's a father.
Right.
And if you don't deal with that man, the family's going to be in chaos.
Right.
And so,
now, you talked about, real quick, you mentioned the importance of the father being out of the home but still being active.
Right.
What about an inactive father in home?
Wow. Now, I tell you what, that can be destructive. That can be destructive because
Yes.
when you talk about a man who is inactive in the home and this child is seeing that, you know, inactivity breeds inactivity.
Right.
So that boy that's looking for a man, or that daughter that's looking for a male figure, is going to attract what she or he sees.
Okay.
So if they see an inactive man, guess what they're gonna bring home? An inactive man.
So you can be there and not be there at the same time.
And you get what you got.
Man. And you love to say if you don't spend time with your kids, somebody else will. That's deep. I know I can't keep you too much longer because we got another guest coming onto the show.
Right.
But I always love it that you come through anytime that I call on you to come discuss this topic of fatherhood, because it's very important. I believe that's where the line of defense starts, is with the fathers. Whether you have a son or a daughter, that father is very important. A woman can't be a man and a man can't be a woman. So ultimately it takes two, but without that father, it's just devastating.
Well, and just real quick, one of the things we want to talk about that we are really pushing is this domestic violence prevention. We got to make sure that these fathers understand that when you lay hands on your intimate partner, your spouse, girlfriend, you are disrupting the economic potential of wealth building. Because if she's off base and she's afraid of you or that situation, you're gonna have some problems down the road. So we want to make sure, men, keep your hands in your pants, in your pockets.
And don't forget about the women that be beating up on their men too.
We're gonna
Y'all
go
keep
there
your
too.
hands to yourself.
We're talking about the fathers, which is you. You do
Yeah,
have
but we
ladies
gotta
that
let
have
them
been
know
with
they
domestic
gotta
violence.
let their man be a man. They can't be trying to punk their men.
And slapping them around a little bit.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's all good, man. We're having a deep discussion about fatherhood. Got to wrap it up with my guy Terry Boykins, but we're gonna be coming back with another special guest. But right now, DJ Superlope's gonna take us out with some music, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, little mama, heard you been asking about me. Your homegirl told me you said you like what you see. Shit, and I like what I see. I'm so single, so we can mingle, no drama with me. Conversation open you up, get in your mind. You see my hustle and ambition, and you love how I grind. Even said you think my daughters is cute. I'm a big Shaq in the game, and fit to get caught up with.
Yeah, I'm a G.
What's up? It's your boy Justified, and I'm back with some new heat. My new single Definition featuring Dub C drop on iTunes and everywhere digital downloads are sold. Bringing back that classic West Coast sound. Album also features E40, Sugar Free, Compton AV, West Coast Cam, Big to the Boy, Blue Flame Mega, West Coast Sizzle and more. Follow the wings and check out the music videos on justifiedmusic.net.
Right now.
You don't rep the West like me. You don't get respect like me. Definition of a G. Compton. And I do it for easy. And I do it so easy. Homie, I'm from Compton.
I'm pipered up, deep in the game. I'm pipered up, deep in the game.
Real nigga. Sit down. Show me your resume, cause we can
Get down.
make money every day. Out of town, I can send her on her way, and she gon' come back with that money right away.
Sit down.
Show me your resume, cause we Welcome back to Live at the Compound. I'm sitting here at my desk with our next guest, and he's a hip-hop recording artist and fellow father. I want to introduce you all to Cali Barnes. What's up with you, Cali?
What's up with you, man?
Man, appreciate you stopping by the compound to chop it up with me for a minute. So what's been going on with you and your music, man? I know you got projects out there. What's popping with it?
I just recently dropped a project called The Rebirth. It's a mixtape. You know, you can get that on Spinnerella, SoundCloud. You can listen to that free download. And recently, 2016, I dropped my album, my latest album. You know, just an independent album. I did that myself, executive producer, called Sacrifices for Success.
Definitely takes sacrifices to get to success.
A lot of sacrifices.
Today here on the Live at the Compound, we've been dealing with fatherhood, and I'm your friend in the community of artists, and I see you a father. I see you doing what you're supposed to do. But what I want to know is, how has being a father affected the content in the music that you put out?
A lot, because I never make music like I can't pretend, you know. So I have to put my life into it, you know. So my kids is basically always in it, you know, in their life with the struggle and anything, you know. So me having a kid young, it put a lot of struggle into, you know, my life and all that. So that's what I put into my music. So it affected it a lot, but then it helped me, you know. It helped me a lot because with this new single I got, it's called By Myself, but it's all for my kids, you know. It's all about my kids, and I realized that my kids is gonna be the ones that push me and give me the effort, you know. then seeing my kids rap is the best thing, you know. Just cool.
I know you came out and you did one of the shows that I had at the fairgrounds, and you was up on stage. You had your little boy up there with you rocking out. I know that had to have felt good. Do you, being able to perform in a arena where your child was able to be at, how did that feel versus being in the club and you know how it gets in that?
It was a better feeling than just seeing everybody, because my child remembered it. Like he like traumatized. Used to see him, he got a mic and he just running around rapping, and I'm like, he didn't do that until he was on stage, But it was cool. Like I liked it. Then the kids seeing it. Then the faces when I seen my son got on stage,
Right, now the crowd responded to
amazing.
You up there.
Yeah, better than anything that like a hype man or anybody coming up there. I just felt like that was good.
And that's not a look that we get in this hip hop world that where we know it's a dark place and that it's a lot of BS that comes with it. So I believe that you're driven to make it in order to be able to provide for your son. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not about the bottles in the holes. We bringing it home to the house, right?
About that. It's about my kids. My daughter, she like my #1 fan. I check my SoundCloud and they say top listener. She the top listener. And I'm like, yo, like that was cool. I felt happy about that. And I didn't care who didn't listen to me as long as my kids listen to me. What I mean? Because it takes a lot for them to listen nowadays. They don't really listen, but if they listen to my music, they can understand and listen to the discipline I'm trying to give them about the life.
And that's deep that you say that. Your daughter is your #1 listener on your SoundCloud. Yeah. Now we have a world full of kids that are listening to something.
Yeah.
How are you using your platform and your voice to put something out there, good for the kids? Is your music a reflection of that, something positive?
Somewhat, and then when I want to have fun with hip hop, but most of the time I think about my daughter because I know she's gonna recite every word I'm saying, and then that takes a lot to what I really want to write, because it's gonna be like on the web. So one day she's gonna finally listen to it, like, what are you rapping about, So sometimes I switch the song and then I be like, man, you shouldn't do that. Make a song for everybody to listen to, for she can listen to it and don't trip on that, What I mean? It's just like
and it is business, and we we're out here and we live and we do different things. So one thing that I've always taken from your music when I hear it is that you're drawn from a place of personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's about you. So I always say you can't share your testimony without telling the test. So sometimes we have to go into where we came from in our music and the things that we've experienced. I just feel that it's very necessary that we don't just stay on that we show them how we made it out and the alternative routes to some of the things that we did when we were young in the game. So I'm excited about your new project. I've seen the artwork, all over social media. It's called By Myself. Real quick before we go into bringing you to the stage and performing, what inspired By Myself?
My kids. Like the hook goes, I came into this world by myself, but now little girl need my help. I came into this world with no friends, but now I need the world for my son. And like that's basically the whole hook. In the video, my whole kids is in it. Like, I see it and I explain everything. I explain the struggle, from when I started, from my daughter, then with my son, it kind of been easier, but just knowing the world and what I bring them to, it's like, I got to get on it. Like, I got to teach my kids a lot. But with the little girl, I got to be like,
you got, like my boy Mr. B was talking about, we got to pimp proof our daughters, and I got little girls and granddaughters and all that, so I'm definitely on my pimp proof plan, you know what I mean? But I'm excited to see you get up here and you're going to perform your new single, By Myself, right here on the compound. Hey, we'll be back in a minute, and we're going to have Cali Barnes live at the compound performing his new single, By Myself. We'll be right back.
Make a dime, but I only need one to hold me down while I climb. It's your boy Justified. My brand new single, What's Up? Out now on iTunes and wherever digital downloads are sold. So follow the wings to justifiedmusic.net and download it now. I done kept it real with you, do you feel me or not? What's up? Maybe we can be friends, and if you're with it, I can swoop in the bins. So what's up? I'll admit, I got a lot of friends. All of them is 10s, 2 of them is twins. Yeah, I'm a G. What's up? It's your boy Justified, and I'm back with some new heat. My new single Definition featuring Dub C drop on iTunes and everywhere digital downloads are sold. Bringing back that classic West Coast sound. Album also features E40, Sugar Free, Compton AV, West Coast Cam, Big to the Boy, Blue Flame Mega, West Coast Sizzle and more. Follow the wings and check out the music videos on justifiedmusic.net. Right now.
Hairandboutiques.com. 100% healthy human hair. Hairandboutiques.com. All the hottest new fashion. Check out our retail stores in the 130 South Mountain Avenue, Upland, California. Hairandboutiques.com. Shop online at hairandboutiques.com. Yes.
Welcome back to the compound. Just got finished chopping it up with my boy Cali Barnes, and he's about to take the stage right here at the compound performing his new single, By Myself. Yeah. Listen.
Look, by myself. Check me out.
Look, see, I came into this world by myself. Mama pushed me out, but living in the house at 24, that really stressed me out. I'm stressed out. Anytime she could tell me, get the F out and go live with your friends that you say that you really care about. Go do everything that you say that you want to do and be the dreamer that you are. Just make sure that you finish school, man. Damn, I wish my daddy never showed me a gram. I wish I made the right choice and left some of my friends, but this is what it is, and I love who I am. I don't have no image, I didn't have to pretend, cause that life that I chose got a big price to it. Y'all, that name Cali Barnes got a big hype to it. So I go, and I chase my dreams, and I make my own moves, cause I am my own team. Know that rap game life isn't all what it seems, but I pay it no mind, do it all for the green, cause I came into this world by myself, but now a little girl need my help. You see, I came into this world with no funds, but now I need the world for my son. You see, I came into this game by myself. Had to make a name for myself. See, I had to make a change for myself, cause I still feel the pain from no else. Look, let me talk about my struggle too. That's right. Like how I was dream chasing in my brother's shoes. Like how I wanted to go, but I had no money to. If I ain't had no ride for my daughter, I was running to a school. Real shit. I had a life, I didn't like it. I remember washing cars for some diapers. Yeah, I asked the Lord to live righteous. I take the pain and spit it through my pores like a lifer. But damn, y'all, sometimes I cry, but still a man, y'all. And I ain't gon' ask you why. I understand, Lord. But can I make this music for my fans, Lord? And pray my mama don't get evicted by landlords. Cause when that karma came around, I was paying for it. And my flow so hard, cause I was laying on them. Waiting on my moment, swear I'm praying on it. Cause I swear I got them balls like I keep Zans on me. I came into this world by myself, but now a little girl need my help. You see, I came into this world with no funds, but now I need the world for my son. You see, I came into this game by myself. Had to make a name for myself. See, I had to make a change for myself, cause I still feel the pain from no else.
Cali Barnes, appreciate you.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justified, and I'm very excited about all the opportunities that we have here with Live at the Compound. If you're a recording artist and you'd like to have your music on our show, or even like to come in and get interviewed, send your information to compoundlivehd@gmail.com. Or if you're a small business or even a big business and you'd like to take advantage of our commercial spots, please send your information to compoundlivehd@gmail.com. Follow them wings. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We had an awesome show today, and I want to thank our guests, especially Mr. Terry Boykins and my homie Cali Barnes and my correspondent Kashmir Hervé. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we're going to let DJ Superlow take y'all out to something fresh.